Hey guys, I have spent the last essentially 2 days making this little redstone district, and I have streams of me making this stuff, but I'm just gonna have this little video to show how everything works. So the idea of making a redstone district is to have all my farms for any redstone component I need in one spot, so I can just come here and make any redstone stuff. So first things first, I know I've kind of showed this a bit, but I made a witch farm. It's the first thing I made. So the way that this works is there was a witch hut here, and the witches spawn on these platforms, and then after a little while, this timer goes off and sends these flying machines forward, which then pushes them into this tube, which sends them up to the killing chamber. And there's this magma blocks, these magma blocks right here, so they take damage because each witch spawns with a healing potion, and if they take damage, then they drink their little healing potions, and it makes it easier for me to kill them. So as you can see, they're drinking their healing potions there. Yep. Also, cool note, I have a wireless on-off switch here, so if this gets powered, it turns the farm off, which is actually really important because I can't have these things flying and get unloaded, because then they will break and I will have to rebuild them. So yeah, I have an on-off switch up here, which is really cool using daylight sensors because I've never really used those before. So this is the on-off switch. If I push this one block out, it covers one of the daylight sensors and it turns it off. So yeah, these guys come up to me and I kill them manually with looting, but I do have an auto clicker, so if I just press O, I can just AFK this. All their stuff gets filtered. I mainly want them for redstone and sticks. But then I also made this mega iron farm to get iron while I'm AFKing, which is really cool. So the way that this works is this guy goes around and he's on a timer and he scares these villagers, and then an iron golem spawns and they fall into the lava and die. And I get all their iron and I'm filtering out the flowers that they drop and I'm just burning them down here. So the iron is really good for making hoppers because I'm going to need a lot of hoppers later on, which I will talk about in a second. And here I made a cobblestone generator. I'll turn it on and show how it works. It's pretty cool. So I need cobblestone for making droppers, dispensers, and observers. And this thing's really fast, so I'm only going to have it on for a second, but there's a TNT duplicator right here, which then drops TNT into here, and there's water and waterlogged stairs and lava here, so it just keeps making cobblestone and breaking it. So yeah, I'll turn that off because it's way too fast and I don't need it. I mean, I only had this thing running for a couple minutes, and yeah. And then last but not least, well, actually it's kind of least, I made a really simple little stone generator that I have to manually mine to get stone because I need stone for comparators and repeaters. And this thing's pretty slow, but I'm only going to have to run it like very periodically. So yeah, this is what I have now. I do need quartz and string to make observers and dispensers, but I just brought a bunch from my piglin bartering farm, and these two sugars should be enough to last me like the rest of the server. And I could also make a tree farm here, but we have a really good tree farm elsewhere, and oh, level 100, let's go. And so I don't even need to make it here. So I'm gonna turn this off and wait for it to turn off, and then I will show you why I'm making this, because I do have a big redstone project that I'm going to be doing in the future, and if I could just automate everything and have enough just by AFKing, then that's going to be awesome. Because I actually had to go out and mine some redstone to make this project, but never again. I'm never mining for redstone again. So let me show you what I'm going to build. I got this world download from online from this guy, Myzuma Games, and he built this awesome storage system. So I'll kind of go over how it works. So first things first, there is a shulker box unloader, which is really, really, really cool. So you can chuck items as well as shulkers into this, and it'll sort everything. So it unloads the shulkers, it puts any non-stackable items here, and it gives you the shulker box back. And then it sends any items into the system here. And one cool feature about this thing is each item filter can have multiple items. So you can have multiple items going into the same chest, which is pretty cool. So like one thing that he has over here is all his rails going to one spot, all redstone stuff going to one spot. So I'm actually going to show this working. I'm just going to chuck a bunch of stuff into a shulker and see if it works. So let's do a stack of rails. Let's do some stone bricks. Let's do some non-stackable items, so like a sword. And I'm going to get another stack of stone bricks. So I'm going to put these 3 into the shulker box. So as you see, those 3 are in there. So I'm going to chuck these items in here, and I'm going to chuck the shulker box in there. So it should sort them independently, and you should see, yeah, that's a nice little plug on his part, but you should see an extra sword get in here, an extra shulker box in here, more stone bricks. Okay, those are the stone bricks that I put in originally, and then we're going to see more rails show up. So yeah, let's actually watch it unload the shulker box, because I know it places the shulker box right here, and then it unloads it. It looks like the unstackable items go to this chest, and the other ones go into the system. So let's see if the sword is there. Not yet. Not yet. But yeah, this thing is pretty sweet. But as you can see, I'm going to need a lot of components. It's actually not too bad. I think the shulker unloader is going to be the hardest part. But yeah, because I can put multiple items in each chest, I honestly think I'd be good with something just this size. And I can have, like, you know, dirt, moss in one, and all my stone in another, and all my wood in another, and all my redstone in another. And I think just the size like that should be good. So I'll figure out how I can make that work. But I think that should be fine. But if I do, I was also considering filtering out every item in the game, which is definitely excessive. Okay, so there's the rails coming in. See, both stone bricks are there. There should be an extra sword here now. Yep. So yeah, that thing's pretty cool. And then it should have given me the shulker box back, which it did. So yeah, something like this I think would be awesome, because I'd love to just come back to my base and just chuck a bunch of shulker boxes in here and then just let it go. So, and it also shows a light of what's being filtered, which is a big plus. It's really cool. So yeah, so that's why I made the Redstone District. I hope you like the Redstone District. And these are my future plans. I don't know when I'm going to do this. I'll still got to do more stuff in my base before I get to this point. But I'm kind of just setting myself up for success. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. And I will update you guys soon.